I'm a Samsung mobiler. I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough of the Galaxy Tab, which I just got a couple of days ago. Just had it for just over 24 hours, I think. So I'm just going to run through quick pointers and just kind of show what kind of a device this is to use, and just a couple of pointers on actually using it. What you find straight away is the screen's fantastic. It really is great, but mainly it's just the one thing. If you've got a Galaxy S, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's speed. This thing is absolutely wicked fast. I mean, if you compare it to the Galaxy S, which is running the same processor, don't forget, you think, oh no, I'm going to suffer the same kind of lag and all that kind of stuff. You're not going to get it. I mean, this thing is just so quick. And as you can see, just scrolling between things, it's just a joy. It really is. And between even all these widgets I've got open and stuff, it's an absolute breeze for it. It's really not complaining at all. I don't know whether that's 2.2 Froyo doing that or what, but it really is good. So one of the first pointers I'm just going to go through real quick is your browser and Flash. So for instance, here I've got the BBC iPlayer website up. Now, if you've got Flash running all the time, what you'll find is it's a bit slow. So let's go to Google real quick. So what you want to do is make sure, so you just want to go into settings, and what you'll find is enable plugins right here. Click on that and make sure it's on demand, because what you'll find is a lot of advertising that runs in the side of websites and at the top usually runs Flash. So if you're loading up a web page and you've got Flash running, it's going to be a pain, because honestly your website will take a bit longer to load. So make sure it's on demand. Just makes sure that your battery lasts a bit longer, because Flash does, I mean, as much as we love Flash, it does use up battery. So that's one way to solve that. And what will end up happening is when you do go to something like iPlayer, what you'll find is, so those of you who know what iPlayer is, it's in the UK, it's like your Hulu basically in the US. So again, go to QI, and what you'll have is that little symbol. It's like a little green arrow pointing down, and it basically means there's Flash in the area. Do you want to interact with it? So what you notice is the website will load it really fast. So that's another thing. So all you do is just tap it anywhere on the Flash part or section, and there it goes. So now it's loading up. I can press play, and there we go. We're playing in full screen now. So here we go. Kind of cool. Next really is apps. Now, apps like Twitter, they run super smooth, super ace, it's great, but they do load in full screen. But what you'll find is some apps may not load in full screen, which can be a bit annoying. So to solve that, I'll post down in the bottom in the description, JKK, he posted a video up of how to get all apps running full screen. So for instance, myself, I live in London, and this app here didn't run in full screen before I did this little fix. It basically just means you download a little app and you just have to restart your Galaxy Tab just once or twice. And what would happen is it usually only filled about that of the screen, which is a bit ugly because you really want it to fill the whole thing. And now it looks brilliant. It really does. And basically this little quick fix, which I'll post up on the description, like I said, it's a really easy way to get all your apps running full screen. One other thing, I got this with no SIM card. So I've noticed a couple of things. If you go out there and get one of these and you have it with no SIM card, a few things won't work. So for instance, I've got here Music Hub. I'll just load up real quick. I don't know if you can see there, but it says this application is not supported in this country or no SIM card inserted. So basically, you ain't got no SIM card, you're not going to be using Music Hub. The same is actually true for, funnily enough, Samsung apps. Now, Samsung apps are great because they have got quite a few. You can get Asphalt on there and Nova, which actually on this Galaxy Tab's already been preloaded. But for instance, when I click on that, same thing comes up. So no SIM, unable to launch application, which it's a bit annoying, but it's not really a problem for me. I'm going to go out tomorrow and get a SIM card anyway, so I just haven't had time recently. I think we'll just go through these apps real quick. If you're in the UK, it comes preloaded with Sky Plus, so you can check the guide out. If you've got Sky Plus, you can log in. You got All Share up there, Reader's Hub, which I don't know whether it's the SIM card's not in on yet or not, but service available soon for both newspapers and magazines. Books, same sort of thing as Galaxy S. If you've got it running, it goes through Kobo. So really nice looking bit of kit, really. Excuse me. Nice camera. I mean, it's alright for what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not really going to be using it a lot as a camera, but it's great to have it. Skype runs on this as well, so if you've got a Galaxy S, you'll know that Skype doesn't actually load on your phone because it's not supported yet, but for some reason, Skype's working fine on this, which is a bit weird, but hey-ho. You got to get yourself some Chrome to phone, which is really nice, of course. I mean, if you've got an Android device and you're running 2.2, you probably already have that. But apart from that, I mean, it is a beautiful device. Getting over to maybe some of the more form factor things about this, the size is great, and it really is easy to hold. You'd think maybe it's too small, but it's not. Going through websites on this is great. It's just about the right weight. It's a little weighty, but you know, compared to the iPad, which you know it is going to get compared to the iPad no matter what happens, it really is quite a nice weight for it. The only bads really are with the iPad. You know, you have to hold it like this, right? But a lot of people, like for instance, I hold this like that. I hold my Galaxy Tab with my hand all the way around it like that, and that makes it quite comfortable. I gave this to my mum, and she was like, her hands are a bit smaller than mine, she had a bit of trouble holding it, and she knows something else. This really does, I don't know what kind of finish they've got on it, but it is quite slippy. You'll be surprised at how much friction I mean, it doesn't take much to let it slide through your fingers, so you've got to be quite careful with it. I mean, I could quite easily probably hold my laptop with the same sort of grip, but this thing is just slipping right out. But all in all, I mean, that's a tiny thing to complain about, really. Touchwiz is actually pretty good on this. I mean, if you got the Galaxy S, and Touchwiz is a nice little thing. I mean, personally, I've actually used Launcher Pro, which is that's just my preference. I mean, it allows you to do the pinch out and stuff like that, which you can't do in 2.1 Eclair on the Galaxy S. But 2.2, the Touchwiz they've got running on this is actually really good. So I can't wait for my Galaxy S to have this version of Touchwiz, because it really is quite nice. I think that's everything really. I mean, a few little tips there if you want it to run a bit faster. Like I say, the main thing here is Flash, but not just that, getting your apps running full screen is quite an important thing. I mean, calendar apps and stuff, I mean, it really does look great on here. Perfect form factor, really. I've got a Kindle app running as well because I've already got an account, so it just syncs all my stuff up. But yeah, I mean, it's a great little thing. Websites load really quick. Battery is just, you know, I was quite surprised actually, because everyone knows, you know, the iPad runs really long, but this thing, I know it's not as good as the iPad, but still I was really surprised. Had it for 24 hours, charged it up to, you know, close enough to full battery, and hammered it yesterday. I switched on yesterday about 5 o'clock in the afternoon and hammered it all day. Woke up in the morning at about 8 o'clock and had it on quite a lot during the day, and then the Formula 1 was on, so I had this thing on constantly with updates for for the timings for, you know, when the cars were going and all that kind of stuff, and it really only went down to about, I got it down to about 10% today at about 9 o'clock at night. And you know, for something like that, I mean, the screen really was on for a really long time. So all in all, I think this really is a device that's quite nice to use, quite easy. So if you've got the cash, I'd say go out and get you one of these, because it really is nice. And another thing, if you're worried, you know, about how the Galaxy S felt maybe a bit plasticky, a bit cheap, this thing is really solid. Honestly, you've got to go out to a shop and just hold one of these, because the glass is fantastic, the back is really nice. It really is a well designed bit of kit, really, really is. So I'd say go out and have a go. Anyway, this is Naji from safenaji.blogspot.co.uk. Feel free to check it out. I'm a Samsung mobiler. Go out and enjoy yourself some Samsung products. Bye. Bye.